The White House has a basement the size of a city block. Built in total secrecy, in the middle of World War II. Underneath it, bunkers, escape routes, and a secure tunnel to the Treasury Department. And that's only the beginning. This house has died 5 times, by fire, decay, collapse, and reinvention. Each time, something was hidden from the public. The most powerful house in the world was built in a swamp by men who were never paid. October 1792. No city grid, no machinery, just mud. George Washington personally chooses the location. He will never live to see it finished. Washington dies in 1799, 1 year before the house is completed. Architect James Hoban wins the National Design Competition with a plan inspired by a palace in Dublin. America's future power center, designed by an Irish immigrant. But who actually built it? Enslaved laborers, day after day, sunrise to sunset. No wages, no names in the history books. Then something strange happens. Freemasons lay the cornerstone in full ceremony, aprons, symbols, ritual. They celebrate afterward. But no one properly documents where the stone was placed. To this day, it has never been found. Not even President Truman, who ordered a search 150 years later, could locate it. The cornerstone of the most powerful house in the world, missing. In 1800, John Adams moves in. 6 of the 36 rooms are livable. The first life begins on a foundation no one can find. 14 years later, it burns. August 24th, 1814. British forces enter Washington with little resistance. President Madison has fled. But First Lady Dolly Madison stays behind. Long enough to save the portrait of George Washington. It still hangs there today. 50 soldiers surround the house with oil-soaked torches and ignite it from every side. The wooden frame burns fast. The heat cracks the stone walls. Then something unexpected happens. The next morning, a tornado strikes Washington. More British troops die in the storm than in combat. Rebuilding begins. But the fire damage runs deep. White paint is applied over the scorched stone, and from that moment on, it becomes known as the White House. The second life begins. After 1817, the White House remains primarily a residence. Presidents live there, work there, dine there. Power still has no dedicated space. That changes in 1902. Theodore Roosevelt builds the West Wing. For the first time, the presidency gets an operational headquarters. In 1909, the Oval Office is created. No corners, no blind spots. Authority facing every direction. From this point forward, the White House is no longer just a home. It becomes the center of executive power. Decisions no longer happen between courses at dinner. They happen behind closed doors. Briefings replace conversations. Intelligence replaces instinct. The presidency is no longer personal, it is operational. Military advisors rotate in and out. Documents are archived. Orders are recorded. The West Wing turns leadership into infrastructure. Authority now has walls, systems, and protocol. But inside, the structure is failing. By the 1940s, engineers discover the truth. The wooden beams from 1817 are rotting. Floors sag. Walls crack. A piano leg crashes through the floor of Margaret Truman's bedroom into the dining room below. In 1948, the building is declared unsafe. The president moves out. Not because of attack, because the house itself is collapsing. Life 3 ends. The exterior walls must remain standing. Workers bring a bulldozer in, piece by piece, through a window, and reassemble it inside. 660 tons of steel replace the entire wooden interior. From the outside, 1,800. From the inside, reinforced concrete. Then, the world changes. The Cold War begins. Threats no longer come from flames. They come from missiles. A bunker is built beneath the White House. The Presidential Emergency Operations Center. No windows, steel doors. Built for the unthinkable. During the Cold War, planners assumed one scenario. If Washington is hit, command must survive. The bunker beneath the White House becomes part of a national continuity network. Raven Rock, Mount Weather, other undisclosed facilities. But this one is different. It sits directly under the presidency itself. Close enough to reach in minutes. Deep enough to withstand shockwaves. On September 11, 2001, it is used. Vice President Dick Cheney is taken there while Washington is under attack, as President Bush is airborne aboard Air Force One. Life 4 is no longer symbolic, it is survival. (2025) Construction equipment rolls onto the White House grounds. No war, no collapse, no fire, a political decision. The East Wing is demolished, officially to make room for a $400 million ballroom. At the same time, a Cold War-era structure beneath the building disappears, the PEOC. According to media reports, the existing facility was fully removed. When asked what will replace it, officials say only, the military is conducting upgrades. No details, no blueprints, no public explanation. International media are now reporting on the project, not because of crisis, but because of what it represents. 233 years after the first stone was laid, the White House changes again. Not from destruction. For the first time in its history, the White House transforms without visible catastrophe. No fire forced it. No structural failure. No invading army. This change appears strategic, proactive. And in modern geopolitics, preparation often signals more than reaction. From preparation. From the outside, it's a renovation. Below the surface, the specifics are not publicly detailed. 4 destructions, 5 lives. 1814, burned. 1948, structurally failed. 1962, hardened for command. 2001, used as shelter. 2025 shall rebuilt again. For the first time without visible catastrophe. No flames, no rubble, only construction fencing. What lies beneath is not fully described, and that may be the beginning of its 6th life.